Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, man. And today, I seen a topic from my man Andy. Why are whales, leaving Marvel Future Evolution? And this is kind of because they have the Diablo Immortal side of why that is a thing, and I kind of wanted to also give my Nino Kuni side of what can they do to get the whales back, because there are a lot of whales from Marvel Future Evolution that are just in this game and they're enjoying it. So let's talk about the things that makes this game enjoyable for them and why they left Marvel Future Evolution. Alright guys, see you on the other side. Let's take a roll. Alright everybody, so here we are. We're back with the game, right? So let's talk about the very big main component of Marvel Future Evolution that kind of has people down in the dumps about the game, and me too. I'm kind of in that camp of, yeah, if they did this, the game would instantly get better, and that would be infinite grinding, man. It's an MMO, man. It's supposed to be infinite grinding. You're supposed to be able to grind your heart away. No training grounds, only 3 hours. The loot that's supposed to drop, man, it's supposed to, it's supposed to be very rewarding, man. And it's so far in Marvel Future Evolution, it's not. Maybe like some 2-star, 1-star gear here and there. And look, in this game, I can deal with 2-star gear because all this 2-star gear does, it goes straight to my alts, and I can use my alts to level those guys up to push through the story mode, and I don't really have to use none of my resources to even do that. And the game just doesn't punish you for it. So again, you play this game, it's infinite grinding, the loot is there, the crafting is there. So it's just like, why don't they do this? You have two ways that you can infinite grind. You have this section where I'm in, where it's called the Chaos Dungeon. This is kind of where a lot of people do grind at. And then you also have the actual open world that actually grinds, and you can just get any kind of loot from there, and it feels fantastic when it drops. So that is one big component that I think that the game is missing. It needs fodder, it needs infinite grinding. It needs better ways. It just needs better system to also upgrade your gear. For an example, you don't upgrade your gear by using other gear to upgrade it. No, man, you upgrade your gear literally by throwing in resources, and they definitely need to do that. They need to get rid of needing 5 costumes to upgrade another costume. No, just take that out, make it only conversion, as it should have been from the start. And then that said conversion, maybe double it. Okay, so that way now people have the fodder to have multiple 6-star gears on their characters. We got nanos out that they wanted to throw out. I think nanos was also a big thing, but that's neither here or there. We're not going to get right into that. But ultimately, infinite grinding and fodder, those are the two big main components of Marvel Future Evolution that I 100% think that they need to put in this game. Alrighty, so now we're going to be moving on to the next one. I see you guys over there. The other issue that Marvel Future Evolution is having is the environment, right? The environment in Marvel Future Evolution just feels very blah. It feels normal. It doesn't have any brightness to it. I think that maybe the little areas that we do have, I think they have some vibrant to it, but it's just not live. It feels very dead, whereas I come play this game and it just feels alive. The open world actually matters. You get loot that comes up. You get actual times where you have let's say secret treasures everywhere that you can go hunt for. Something else that this game had did was inside of the HQ. Let me see if it's still up here. For some reason it's not here right now. I don't know. It probably is just not loading up. But in the HQ for 4th of July, whenever that's coming up, they've placed fireworks all around the game, and that you can just hit on, and then it explode the fireworks, stuff like that. You got interactions, and you can even play soccer inside of the freaking castle, man. Like, it's so much fun that you can have within here. Now, do I do these? No. But I've seen like other people actually play soccer in here, and it just looks fun. And it's like, dude, why can't we have some of these interactions inside Marvel Future Evolution? Make the open world feel like an actual open world, man. When I leave, right? Let's say it. When I leave the HQ, the helicraft inside Marvel Future Revolution, dude, maybe like have the enemies drop something worth a damn in the open world, please. Your bosses, somebody do something. Like, now, granted, the bosses they don't spawn as quickly as maybe you will see in Marvel Future Evolution. Even then, you can argue that it does take about a time for them to come out. But even then, man, the open world have these bosses that drop out, and like the whole community loves them, man. It's like we all come fight these guys, and it's like 100+ people. Hell, even for this guy, there's like 200+ people. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong one. 200+ people that comes out for this guy. Like, you gotta make the open world count, man. If you're gonna make an MMO RPG, it cannot be the open world you guys have where it's just mobs, some bosses, but they don't really do anything besides drop some badges that you just, break down for conversion and gold. And also, another thing that I do want to hit on, because I think that this also plays a part in the open world. You guys have the open world, it drops craft materials, but your crafting is so bad. The crafting in Marvel Future Evolution is so bad, man. Like, I'm free to play in this game. The best weapons that you can get is 4-star gear, and then you use the things to, you use whatever it is that you have in the stock, if you have anything, to craft up something there, right? And what is it? You're gonna craft like a regional gear if you can. That's if you even get it, because hello, there's no pity timer on the crafting. But here, man, listen here, bro. They literally have, dude, this is crafting. This isn't even like actual like gambling with your money. The crafting in this game, the free-to-play crafting, has a pity. Even this game has a pity, man. Like, come on. And the pity's not even that high. It's only 200. Look at your boy. I'm stacking 100 right here. And I think the other one, I'm stacking 100 right here too. So it's kind of like, dude, I can already get these 4-star gears if I wanted to. But I'm not going to for obvious other reasons. So I think that's another thing that they need to change. They got to up the fodder in the open world and up the crafting in the open world. Alrighty, guys, so now we're going to be moving on to the next section. I hope a lot of you guys are going to like this one. So I'll see you on the other side. Alright, so let's talk about it, man. We got the companion system, and loads, and I mean loads of us do not like that companion system. It's way too broken. It's way too OP. And as you guys can see, like, I was going to talk about how cute they are, but you guys just seen that one just freaking load up and then roll its way all the way to its master. So these little things are like really cute, and they're and the thing is, they actually follow you, man. Yes, they follow you. They're in action with you. They attack. They drop special abilities. These things are actually like a live companion. And if you guys don't like the companion system inside of Marvel Future Revolution, man, you're gonna definitely love the companion system inside of this game, which I've heard from a lot of Marvel Future Revolution wells is this game nailed the companions, man. 100%. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You can use these companions at any star, 1 star. I don't have a 2-star, but 1 star, 2-star, 3-star. It doesn't matter, man. You can use them anywhere you want to. And another thing is, these things aren't like, they don't make or break PvP. That's the best thing about them. Why? Because inside of PvP game modes, they scale back, like I think they're attacked by 20%, 30%, so they don't hit as hard in PvP as they do in PvE. And then on top of that, a lot of the companions, not even a lot of them, the companions, the green flying thing, that's kind of like their OP ability. That is not usable inside of PvP. The only thing that's usable inside of PvP is the active on the field and the passive. Now, there are some combinations of these things where it can just be like, okay, that's kind of OP broken. Maybe that shouldn't be a thing. But these things on their own, they're not really doing much. which is something that I have a problem with when you can just drop Icarus. When your companion can one-shot somebody, that's probably a problem. Or when a companion drops and it almost fundamentally breaks the game, like Hulk, that's going to be another cause of concerns for people to leave. And as you guys can see, why wouldn't a Marvel Future Revolution whale, right, come to this game and you're just looking at all these companions and they just are familiar, you know, if you want to, I just keep it right there. But look how animated these things are, dude. Look how animated they are. It's crazy, right? Like, these things are so animated. And then when you take one out, like, for an example, let's put this guy in just for now. Let's put him in, right? So let's switch. Look, they have their own animations when they come in. It's so wholesome, man. It's very wholesome. It attacks with you. I think I'll go to the open world to like show some action. Let's see if I have anything around me. Okay, I have a couple around me. So let's attack. As you guys can see, you see my little thing. He's throwing out his bananas. It just switched over. And once I click this right here, he does his special ability. And since he's a healer type, each of these companions have their own type. You have defense, support, and an attack. The monkey is a support. As you guys seen, he threw up the banana and it healed me. Like things like that. The companion system, if you guys want people to spend thousands of dollars on the companion system, they have to be more than just a skill, man. I can't stress that enough. You need way more for it. And these things don't even cost that much money. That's even the craziest part. I got all this for free, dude. And you telling me that I'm gonna go to Marvel Future Evolution and then spend like what, 2K for my Icarus to be 5-star, and then he just one-shot someone, ruin their day because like they shouldn't even be in PvP anyways. And then on top of that, and then even on top of that, let's do something right here. Let's do something right here, because this game mode right here, I am like almost I'm like almost in love with this game mode. So let's go ahead and put this up right here. This is where a game mode you can go for your companions or your familiars, whichever one you want to. This is the game mode where you come to when you actually want to see them, like, you know, come into battle or certain things like that. For an example, let's start this up. And look how lively animated these things are, and they're just not even a fraction of as expensive as the companions are in freaking Marvel Future Evolution. Now maybe taking like to the very, very, very top they might be, but like no, dude, that's, come on now. Like, look at this, dude. This stuff is, I don't know what it is about it, but it's fun to me. I don't know why it's fun to me, but it is. But this is the kind of stuff I like to see in my games. I like to see the animations. I like to see everything have its own personality. You really can't beat it, man. You just cannot beat it. So that's it on the companions. Let's go ahead and move over to the next issue. I think Marvel Future Evolution should probably take away from this game. That could help Marvel Future Evolution. Alrighty, so the next thing I do want to talk about in this game is alts. This is probably, I think besides Lost Ark, I think this is probably one of the games that have handled building alts the correct way. Because when you're building an alt, you don't want to get punished. And Marvel Future Evolution, building alts basically punishes you. And the reason that this game does not punish you when it comes to your alts is because, let me hide myself so you guys can see. Yeah, so these gears down here, they're shared between all of your alts, 100%. All of these. The only thing that's not shared is like the actual weapons, which it makes sense because my witch spear is not going to use an engineer gun, right? So it just helps you out when you're playing with your alts. And on top of that, when you're doing the infinite grind in the chaos dungeon, even drops alt weapons. So now it really helps me build up characters, so I don't have to use no gold. I have used 0 gold on any of my alts to push them to where they are right now, and that is a fantastic feeling for anybody. I think the only best thing that they could do in this game, the next best thing that they could do in this game, 100%, it'll probably be like maybe if you could do dailies on each alt, maybe, but I understand why they wouldn't be able to do that. But let's open this up and let me show you guys what I'm talking about here. as you guys can see, I have the same gear on as him. It's just now he just has a different sword. So it's kind of like, you know, this game actually, even though this game encourages you to build other characters, they're not punishing you for you know, building other characters. They're actually rewarding you for building other characters. Another thing is because the main storyline rewards are so good, it actually helps out your main character. Unlike Marvel Future Evolution, dude, when you do like the what am I trying to say? Oh, when you do the main quest, it's like some little peanuts here and there. They may give you like a 3-star card, something here. Like they give you like some little fodder or something like that. Maybe like an RNG core, and it could be 4-star HP recovery, because that's happened to me. But this game nailed it in the alt department. There's not really much I can say. Honestly, this game just did a lot right. It just did a lot right, and it's itching a lot of the issues that a lot of the whales are, you know, having in Marvel Future Evolution. So there's nothing that we can do about that, but there is something that Marvel can do about that if they listen to this. Alrighty, so let's talk about the biggest one that is very crucial to mobile gaming in general, and that is free-to-play accessibility. How free-to-play is the game? Do you need to spend money? Should you spend money? Or can you go through this whole game without spending the money? And I'm here to tell you guys, yes, this game is very, very doable without spending money. As you guys can see, I told you guys what's the biggest thing that you can get in this game, and that would be 4-star gear. You can get like the specialty, but that's kind of like for the whale things. But as you guys can see, even as a free-to-play player, dude, I even have a specialty. Like, these things have cost, this particular one, because it is so OP in PvP, man, this particular special has cost whales, like, I've heard some whales went as far as like 10k deep just to get one of these. Now imagine actually having to re-roll this thing up and try to like get it awakening, because it's going to be a hell for me to awaken. I don't know if I'm going to like really hang on to this, but that's just you look at my account, man, and it's pretty stacked out for free to play. And this is what comes when you grind these games as free to play. You have to be rewarded. The rewards in Marvel Future Evolution, it's not, you can grind the game, but you're not really going to be rewarded. Most of the rewards are in the login event. So if you can just like wait it out for 30 days, get the rewards, then Marvel Future Evolution isn't that bad. But a lot of people want to like move on their own pace. They don't want to move at the pace of what the game sets. And that right there is the issue with Marvel Future Evolution. You can't move at your own pace. You have to move at the pace of what the game sets. This game lets you infinite grind your heart out. So you can have all the gear that you want as long as you're grinding, and as long as, you know, again, RNG is going to have to play a factor. You're going to have to get lucky. I have been one of your lucky ones, but again, it is not. It's good. It's good for free to play, dude. This game is so freaking doable as free to play. And let me tell you guys something. The game's not easy. That's what I like. If you are a free to play player that actually loves the grind, if you're not a lazy free to play player, like you're not one of those free to play players who cries when you just get like a bit of push to the edge, or you know, you hit a grind wall and then you just complain and like, oh, I have to spend money, when in reality, no, you just have to grind it up. It may take you a day, it may take you 2 days, it might even take you a couple hours, you never know. But this game gives you more than enough resources to, you know, get what you want. As you guys can see, I pretty much have all the top 4-star familiars that I can assemble. Right now I do need some specials, but I'm probably gonna have to like do some draws for them. So once I have that all built up, 100% might have some. But as you guys can see, man, I got the 4 stars on deck over here as a free-to-play player, and you can do this. You can do the same thing too, man. And just like I told you guys, the login is here too inside of this game. This is events going on, and they are good. So you should get in while you can, because man, the game for free-to-play players right now, currently, is probably the better experience that I've ever felt inside of this game. And I literally mean that, because when you play Marvel Future Evolution, right, they basically make you play an alt character, because you get to that squad rank part. Now you gotta level up an alt, and you know, none of that is in here. You literally can just play the whole story mode without even having to touch alt. So that's fantastic. Another thing that does weigh in on the free-to-play players is this game gives you enough resources to get past that sort of, you know, grind wall or paywall, if you would like to say. I was actually at a grind wall for 2 days. Let's see if I have it on here. Let me open it. Yeah, it's right here. I was actually stuck-ish right here at this one. Now, I don't know how I got stuck. Oh, maybe it was this one. Yeah, I was stuck here for an extended amount of time. But, you know, that was due to my own lack, because at this time, I kind of like started slacking off a bit. But like once I started picking back up, I was able to complete this, no biggie. So, like I said, man, the game basically gives you the keys, and they tell you to have at it as a free-to-play player. If you want to grind 8, 10, 12, 20, 50, how many hours you want in the chaos field, you can do that. You can absolutely do that. Or if you're not into the auto, you actually want to play the game, you can go into open world. You can knock down the world bosses. All the field bosses, 100%, they are rewarding to knock down. I recommend, if you are a free-to-play player, get a group. Go ahead and knock every single one of these bosses. At least get a hit in every single boss, if you can. Because all of these rewards definitely do add up to some other things that go into, again, the crafting system, right? Crafting system, it's just a good system in this game. There's not really much I can say, man. It's a good system inside the game. You're gonna rank probably like one, especially this, you're gonna probably rank lower, so don't even like try to even push for anything higher than that. But the crafting in this game is great. It gives you a pity timer, just like I told you guys. So free to players on this game, eating. This is probably the best free to play experience I've had since maybe like Contest of Champions. If you play Contest, I think that's Diablo might be up there too as well. Doing like, you know, how much they drop, but I have to like think about that because their gem system is kind of like wacky as hell. But as far as like free to play systems go, man, the free to play games I've seen so far is Marvel Contest of Champions and Nino. I definitely put them up there in top 10. You don't need the special gear, but you know, unfortunately in Diablo you're going to need those gems because that's just how that game is set, unfortunately. But in Ninu, you don't need the special gear. Contest of Champions, you don't need every character. As long as you have the skill in this game, you can get through it. As you guys can see, I'm punching up way above my pay grade at the moment. So again, man, if you're willing to grind and you're free to play, you're not going to complain about, you know, you might get stopped somewhere for a day just because your power level is a little low and you're willing to put that work in. The free to play is 100% doable in this game. And then on top of that, now we got the free to play arena coming in, and yes, that is going to be a fun time for people like me. So, haha. Alrighty, man. I think that's basically everything that I have for this game. Netmarble, I just hope that you guys do watch this if possible. I don't know if you are. If you do, just
money don't sleep, neither do I. Women like rest, I will when I die. Haters don't sleep.